In this video, we are going to see how to add new SimPro company customers details to Google Sheets. So let's say that you are using SimPro as a cloud-based field service management software. And here every time a company customer is created, then automatically the details should be saved in your Google Sheets. Now how can you do that? For this you will have to set up some integration between these two applications, and the same can be done using Pabbly Connect software. Here your trigger application would be SimPro and your action application would be Google Sheets. Now how can you do this yourself, integrate and automate this entire process? To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect, and as we do that, here we have reached the landing page of our software. On the right hand side, you can see two tabs, sign in and sign up for free. So if you already have an account with us, simply sign in. If you are a new user, click on this tab. It will not take more than 2 minutes. Just sign up, and yes, at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks. Now since I'm an existing user here, I'm simply going to click on sign in, and here we have reached the all applications page. Let's click on access now for Pabbly Connect. So here we have reached the dashboard of the application. On the right hand side, you can see a tab, create workflow. Let's click on this, and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. Now here my objective is that every time a company customer is created in SimPro application, then automatically the details should be saved in my Google Sheet. So I'm going to name it as add new SimPro company details to Google Sheets. Let's click on create. So as we do that, here we have reached another important window which has got two significant events. One is trigger, another one is action. Triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens, and action is do this. Basically, action here is the response of my trigger application. So every time a company customer is created in SimPro, then automatically the details should be saved in Google Sheets. So here my trigger application would be SimPro. Let's click on this. And now the event, this is the event that will make this workflow run. So here I'm going to select new company customer. Let's click on this. And here we have received a webhook URL which is going to act as a bridge for connecting Pabbly Connect and SimPro so that Pabbly has the information. Now, how do we have to set up this connection? For this, first of all, copy the link that has been provided, the URL. Now log in to your SimPro account. So we have to follow these steps. First, login. So this is my SimPro account. I have already logged in. Here you have to go to settings. Once you're here, let's go to setup. And then on the left hand side, you can see API. Let's click on this, go to webhook subscriptions. And now on the right hand side, you can see create subscription. Let's click on this tab. And here we have to name this subscription. So let's say it is test123. And the email address here is test123@pabblytuts.com. Then the callback URL. So this is the URL that we have just copied to Pabbly Connect. I'm going to paste it over here. Now under events, you will go to people, and here you will go to company customer, and this toggle which has been under created, you're going to turn it on. Once done, let's click on create. So here you can see that the webhook subscription is now saved. Let's click on OK, and now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect. See here it is written that once you have logged into the application, you have to do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response to check the integration. So now we have to actually create a company customer. So I'm going to take you back to SimPro. Here we are going to go to people, and then we are going to click on this add customer. Now here we have to create a company customer. So we have selected company. Let's say the name of the company is Pabbly Connect 123, and now website, let's say, is www.pabbly.com, and here the email address, let's say it is admin@pabblytuts.com, right? Now the company phone number is this. I'm going to copy this and paste it over here. So once we have filled this information, now rest of the information is not necessary. Now I'm going to go to this custom option, and under this tab you have D365 account number. This is a mandatory field, so I'm going to write a random number over here, and now let's click on save and finish. So here we can see that customer Pabbly Connect 123 has been saved. So now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect to see if we have received the API response. So here you can see that we have received the API response. This is the customer ID, company customer ID, and then we have the name and etc. But we haven't yet received the details of the customer that we have just created. So for that, we are going to fetch that data now. I'm going to choose the action application again as Simpro. And this time the event that I'm going to use here is find company customer by ID. Let's click on this, click on connect. Again, Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with a Simpro account. Let's click on add new connection to set up the connection. Let's click on connect with Simpro. Here we have to provide the build URL. From where can you get this build URL? You have to go to your Simpro account, and here this URL, I'm going to copy this, go back to Pabbly Connect, paste it over here, but our Simpro build URL is limited to only simprosuite.com. So rest of the information we are supposed to delete. Let's click on save. So here now it is asking me for the authorization. So I'm going to click on login here, and now here it is asking me that do you want to authorize Pabbly to access your Simpro data on your behalf? Let's click on yes. So once done, here we can see that the authorization has been successful. Now coming down, it is asking me for the ID and the company ID. So I'm going to map this information. Mapping means that I have already received this ID or the information in the previous step. I'm just going to retrieve it here. And why do we map? Because if we are going to write this manually, then for every new workflow, it is going to take the same data, which means that our workflow is not going to run properly. We won't be able to include the new data, and that is why it is important to map. So I'm going to click on this, and we have to go to step 1, and here this is your company customer ID. Let's click on this. Now you need the company ID, so I'm going to toggle this towards the right, and now I'm going to map this information. So again, let's click on this. This is your reference company ID. Let's click on this, and now let's click on save and send test request. And here we have received the information. Basically, this is our API response. We have received the company ID, phone number, and as we go down, we have also received the email address. Now, with this information that we have just received, I wish to add this information in my Google Sheet that I have already created. So let me show you the Google Sheet that I have created. This is the Google Sheet that I have created. The name is Simpro Company Details, and we have the following column fields: company name, contact number, and email address. Now I'm going to take you back to Pabbly Connect, and here I'm going to add another action step. This time the application is Google Sheets. Let's click on this, and now the action event. Here the action event is add new row. Let's click on connect. So again, Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Google Sheets account. Now to set up this connection, let's click on add new connection, then connect with Google Sheets. So it is asking me for the name of the account. Let's select the account, and then we have to provide it the access. So let's click on continue, and here you can see that the authorization has been successful, which basically means that Google Sheets is now connected with Pabbly Connect. Now here we have to select the spreadsheet. So the name of the spreadsheet has already been acquired by the system. Name of the company. So I'm going to again map this information. So let's go to step 2, and this is the company name. Then we have the contact number. So I'm going to click on this, and this is the contact number, and here we have to find the email address. So this is the email address. Once done, let's click on save and send test request. So here you can see that we have received the API response, which means that now the information should become a part of my Google Sheet. So now I'm going to take you back to my Google Sheet, and yes, here you can see that I have received the following information, and this is the name of the company, contact number, and the email address. This basically means that my integration process is a success, but we also need to check it in real time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now create another company customer. Let's go back to Simpro, and here let's click on customer, and now I'm going to write a company name. So this time let's say the name of the company is XYZ Company. Now the website is www.xyz.com, and the email address is xyz@pabblytuts.com. So let's say the mobile number is, and now I'm going to copy this and paste it over here. So once done, we have to go to custom, provide the account number, and let's click on save and finish. So here you can see that the customer XYZ company has been saved, which basically means that now the same data should become a part of my Google Sheet. So let me take you to my Google Sheet now, and I'm going to refresh this page once. And yes, we have received the data. So this is the name of the company, the contact number, and the email address. So basically, this is clear that our integration process is a complete success. I hope this is very much clear to you. So let's quickly check what we have done. Our trigger application was Simpro and our trigger event was new company customer. Then to fetch the customer details, we had chosen another action where the application was Simpro and the event was find company customer by ID. And finally, our action application was Google Sheets where the event was add new row. I hope this is very much clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow. The same workflow that we have worked on is there in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any other doubt or if you have some particular integration to work on, you can always write to us. Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.